project came together after Planned Parenthood Toronto's Youth Sexual Health Needs Assessment found that sex-working youth experienced a higher level of unmet need than other youth. Our project's goal was to deepen our understanding of the sexual and reproductive health needs of young adult sex workers aged 18 to 29 and to determine how health service providers can better meet their needs. Sex workers were involved in all stages of the research in significant ways. We also engaged an advisory committee who played a central role in the project. We conducted focus groups and interviews with 18 participants and an online survey with 60 respondents. Adopting a non-judgmental approach when working with sex workers was the most frequent recommendation made by participants.
Please do not be judgmental of sex workers, even if you feel apprehensive. Please never express that discomfort with them. When we tell you that we're sex workers, telling us just to leave the industry and not get wrapped up in the money is really painful. Disclosing means we trust you, and you need to be supportive and be grateful that we trust you enough to be vulnerable like this.
Participants were adamant about not wanting to be rescued and wanting healthcare providers to understand that sex work is work.
Don't try to rescue us unless we ask you to. Don't assume that we hate our jobs just because we're sex workers, but understand that if we do hate our jobs, that a lot of people don't like the work that they do. It's just different because they're not selling sex.
They also felt that healthcare providers don't understand the realities in various types of sex working experiences.
Don't make assumptions about the situation of a sex worker. Educate yourself on the spectrum of sex work and sex workers, and people operating across the spectrum and across axes of privilege.
Participants frequently expressed their desire for healthcare providers to become familiar with the social realities of sex work, such as the effects of criminalization and stigma.
See an institution come out and say, we understand that sex workers want decriminalization, that sex workers deserve rights. I understand that might be a tall order and puts certain institutions at risk of criticism from groups that don't like or agree with sex work, but frankly, I think our lives and our health are more important than those optics.
Participants mentioned various unmet needs and barriers to accessing healthcare, such as clinic hours that don't accommodate their schedules and not having free access to the types of safer sex supplies they need.
When I come in for a bunch of condoms, don't make me feel like a slut. We need a variety of condoms, like colored ones, because some of us choose red or black ones when we're on our period.
We're normal, just like you. We aren't defined by our job. Being a sex worker doesn't make us any less of a good person.